Good morning and happy Monday, and welcome back to the Bus Stop Banter. Today we want to talk about sportsmanship. Braxton had his first travel tournament this weekend and it was interesting. You want to start us off? Why was it interesting?
Because unlike last year, my team is actually like we can hang with some of these teams, and
a lot of these teams are really threatened. We went 1 for 3, won 1, lost 2, but the biggest thing we saw this year was the amount of talking back from the other team, the amount of just negativity, and it came from the parents too. It was awful. There's this one kid in particular who would not stop running his mouth. I mean, running his mouth to the umpire, running his mouth to our players, running the mouth to our players' parents, just super negative. Do you want to talk about like what started it?
So I was on first. I think the bases were loaded, and a kid on my team launched an absolute rocket line drive, and the center fielder caught it, and everyone tagged up. Like, we even got it on camera, and then we all like ran, and they said that we didn't tag up, so they tagged second because they said the kid on second didn't tag up, and then they tagged me because they said I didn't tag up, even though we got all of it on camera.
Yeah, and this kid was running his mouth, like trying to overturn everything with the umpire, and these umpires, like, they're kids, right? So they're going to be easily swayed, and we've seen this before, right? Where we have kids that are just learning how to umpire, and it's really hard for them, let alone to get every call right without the pushback from parents and the team. But this kid was trying to be like overturn everything. Like, he was arguing with his coach, he was arguing with the umpire, he was arguing with my kid at second, just being a jerk. And he just continued to run his mouth. And at one point, when you were on second and they ended up sending you back to first, right? The kid, once they finally got 3 outs, what did he say to you guys?
Well, I don't know. Like,
didn't he say, oh, that's 4 outs or something like that?
Well, he said now that's 4 outs after tagging second, or after the kid tagged second and then me.
Yeah.
Because he didn't think that we tagged up, even though we got it on camera that we tagged up.
Which, at that point, it's irrelevant, right? Like, there's going to be bad calls. There's going to be bad plays. There's going to be things that leave us thinking, like, that was just a bad call. But what we're getting at is these are kids, right? And this is a tournament, and it starts with the parents. So this is a PSA to the parents, right? Like, if you have a kid that has a poor attitude, you need to work with your child, because that poor attitude trickles down to their teammates, their coaches, and everyone around them. And it was an overall great experience. Like, Union, where were we at? Eaton Rapids. We were at Eaton Rapids. And overall, great. The other kids on the team, there were a lot of really good other kids that you could tell were a little bit frustrated with their own player. And there were kids that were joking with our coach that were super cool. So there's always going to be one player, guys. Always one player. And as a parent, if my child was mouthing off to an umpire, mouthing off to the other team, mouthing off to the other team's parents, my kid would be sitting on the bench, right? Because it's all about sportsmanship. It's a game at the end of the day. These kids are all learning. But this kid would not stop. He continued to have a poor attitude the entire game. He went up to pitch at one point thinking he was amazing, and we continued to hit off the kid, right? So I honestly think that that's karma. And again, if your child has a poor attitude, you need to sit down with that child and you need to nip it in the bud now, because it's only going to progress and get worse. And it's going to cause a really poor experience for these other kids that are going to learn to have fun and just meet other teams. Because overall, it was a great experience, right?
Yeah.
It really was. But there's one instant every time when we just have a jerk kid that wants to ruin it. And it's discouraging, because as a mom, I teach my kids good sportsmanship, right? Like, other kids were going up and they were getting hits. Our team and the team's parents were like, hey, great hit, kid. It wasn't our kid that got the hit, but they were cheering on the other team, because at the end of the day, these kids are all learning, right? And again, it starts at home. It starts with how you teach your kids to be a good sport. And if they're a bad sport, you need to look in the mirror and you need to sit down with your kid and just explain to them, like, hey, this is a game, right? I get it. There are some teams that are super competitive and all they want to do is win, right? We've seen that.
Yeah.
Right? But overall, kids are there to have fun and learn. At least our kids are. And they did great. They held their own. They had a lot of really great plays.
We didn't even get mercy in this.
No, there's no mercies. I mean, so again, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like you need to really sit down with your kid and just talk to them about what sportsmanship is, what it means, you know, the things that look like bad sportsmanship, so we can tackle this together and make this an overall great experience for our kids that are at these tournaments. I mean, we even got into an argument with another family from a different team that Beckett was playing kickball with another teammate's sister and kids, other siblings, you know, baseball siblings, and they were kicking it around or whatever, and there's this gentleman that did not like the fact that kids were being kids and started yelling at my 8-year-old, who, mind you, is deaf, and even though he's got cochlears, it's loud there, right? It's hard to hear. It got to the point where this guy was mouthing off to Jason and I, and the wife walks up to me in my face and was basically calling us bad parents for letting our kids play. Again, we weren't even playing their team. They were the team playing after us. So,
Storm?
I don't know the team. But, again, it's that kind of stuff that can ruin entire experiences. There are kids that are playing, right? They're little kids. They weren't in your way. So again, it's just one of those things where it's like, sportsmanship starts at home. It starts with the adults. And if it starts with the adults and your kid has a bad attitude, more than likely, that poor attitude came from the parent, right? Like, how does that impact you? Like, if you experience someone with a bad attitude, how does that impact you guys and your team?
I mean, that's all you're gonna know. Like,
that's what you're gonna remember, right?
Yeah, that's all you're gonna know, all you're gonna learn, and you're not gonna learn good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
So you may not even know what it is.
Yeah, and it's important because our coach is a no BS coach, right? He's loud, but he also teaches good sportsmanship. And that, I think, is so crucial to the growth of these kids in this sport at any age, any division, all across the country. And if the parents aren't helping, the coaches aren't helping, the spectators aren't helping, it's going to leave a poor experience for these kids that are there to learn, to have fun, etc. So that's the PSA today. Overall, it was a great experience, but please talk to your kid about sportsmanship and what it looks like. Talk to them about what good sportsmanship is and what poor sportsmanship is, and help them be a leader on their team. Anything else?
I mean, like, when I'm playing, like, second base or first base or third base or shortstop or anywhere, and I'm close to a batter who just got a hit or something, I'll walk up to him and go, hey, nice hit. Like, I do that all the time.
And that's important, right? Because the camaraderie, we're going to see a lot of these kids at other tournaments, right?
Yeah, we're gonna see the same team that we just had problems with next tournament.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah. So, again, let's do our best to make sure that this experience is great all around, starting with parents, coaches, and teammates. But that's what we have for this Monday morning. Have a great week. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, that kid also said the F word. He said he said it like multiple times apparently. According to like Silas, who was playing shortstop.
He had a potty mouth.
Yeah, he said he was 13. I don't know if he like turned 13 after the season started.
This kid was a little bit older, which is fine. Like, he might have turned 13 halfway through the season, but don't drop the F-bomb. You're 13. So, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.